So in this video I'm going to show you how to make the large star. I particularly like this pattern and this feature in the middle, these cogs coming out. I think this is really clever. The outer parts of the star, the points, are the same as on the small star pattern. So I'm now going to just show you how to do this central section. So the pattern begins with the magic ring technique, and I have done a little video just to show you how to do that. So I'm now going to start straight away with the magic ring technique for the large star. So wrap over 2 fingers, clamp with my thumb, roll over my hand, under my ring finger and out. And then with my hook, I'm just going to catch, twist, and do a slip knot. So I've done that quite quickly, but you can watch the other video if you want to see it in a slower pace. So now working into the large star pattern. Now to create those cogs, you need to do a series of double treble crochet. So that's quite a tricky stitch when you haven't got anything really to grip onto. All we've got is this loop. So it takes a little bit of practice, but it does create a very clever effect. So it begins with 7 chain. And this chain has 2 functions. It acts as a double treble. So the first 4 stitches are going to be counted as a double treble, and then the top 3 of the chain are going to be our linking 3 chains, which you will see join all the cogs together as we do it. So let me carry on and then you'll see how the pattern works. So now into the ring I'm going to do a double treble. So to do a double treble you need to put on, so wrap twice. Now into the magic ring, bring the yarn back up, and when you keep bringing this up you find sometimes that the chain has sort of curled around your hook, so you just need to just even it all out so you can really clearly see your 4 loops on the hook, and then you can start to work that stitch. So yarn on through 2, leaving you with 3 left, then yarn on through 2, leaving you with 2, then yarn on through both of those 2 to complete the stitch. So you can see we've got this slightly unusual shape. We've got the 7 chain have now curved round to create the stitch and the joining 3 chains, and then we've got our new stitch. I'm just going to pull it round so it joins and then you can see it a bit clearer. So that's counted as one of our spokes. So at the moment we've got 2, so I need to make altogether a total of 8 of these. So I'm going to do that again, but first I need to do 3 chain and then wrap on twice and double treble into my ring. Just ease off those stitches so they're nice and clear to see, and then you can work the double treble stitch and then chain 3. And each time I make the next one I'm just going to pull it round so they join up, and now you can begin to see I've made 3 spokes, so you can see how the stitch is beginning to develop. So again, into my magic ring, and then 3 chain, and again wrap on twice into the ring. If you feel that the ring is getting a little bit baggy, you can just pull that little tail and it will just pull it in a little bit easier for you to work. Pull them round so they're all beginning to cluster together. 3 chain, wrap round twice into the ring, three chain, into the ring. Each time I'm making sure I'm covering up both of those threads for the magic ring. Oops. Oh, that's slipped off, so I'm going to just do that one again. Don't worry if you have to redo one, it's very easy with crochet to just pull out and just repeat a stitch if you need to. So I'll do that again. Wrap twice into the loop, now I've slightly lost count of how many I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've done them all, so that's it. So now you can see there's a big gap between here and here. So I'm now going to just gently pull my thread, and you can see how they are all beginning to now come together. And so now to join, I just need to do 3 chain to complete the gap. And it tells me here to join with slip stitch into the 4th of the 7th chain. So there are my 7 chains at the beginning. So I'm just going to count from the base, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's into there. So into there, the slip stitch, and then I have my 8 cogs and my 8 spaces for the first part of my large star. So now working on into round 2, because I jumped to round 2 if I've done the magic ring technique, I'm now ready to fill these gaps. I'm just pull that a little bit tighter, it's gone a bit loose there. And I'm going to fill these spaces now with stitches. So starting off with chain 3, and in the bracket it does say this counts as a treble stitch. And now into this chain gap, I'm going to work 3 trebles. Now it's beginning to firm up the circle a bit better. So that chain is going to be counted as a treble. So I'm just going to ease those over so that they all look like they belong to the same cluster. And now into the next chain space, I'm going to do 4. So that's 4 trebles into the next chain space. And that's into my next part of my next cog. So you can see now how the pattern is beginning to evolve, and I will continue going all the way round. Let's get the one here to look at. So I will continue going all the way round my circle, filling in each cog space so that I have completed the round, and then I'll just follow on into round 3, where I will start making the little star points as we did with the small star to complete my big star.